Yo, we are back, guys. I appreciate you guys, like, from the bottom of my heart, of all the love you guys have been giving me. Welcome to all the new subscribers. I don't have a ton of views, but I just know this is the beginning simply because I'm building a channel based off, my journey, being authentic, and most importantly, inspiring, the people that are watching this behind this camera. So, nothing but my deepest love for you guys. Like, it's actually overwhelming. I'm getting comments of people who are DM me, "You're authentic, you're genuine, you seem like a good guy." And that is my intentions, growing this channel and connecting guys that are not guys, but people my age in their 20s trying to figure life out and to show that it's very possible. So enough with the little rambling. I'm getting straight into it. And so this video is going to be simply, you need to go all in. You need to go all in at some point in your life. And when I say go all in, you need to hit that turning switch. That's whatever flip on switch you have in your head to say, you know what, I got to make this turn for me. I got to do what's best for me. I got to do it. And it can be anything in life. Most of the time, it's going to be something that causes you to get uncomfortable. You know, one of the things that a lot of 20-year-olds and people in their 20s battle with, and even myself at a point in time, was fearing the unknown. A lot of the people are scared to figure out what's on the other side of fear, and they get so caught up and stuck as far as, wishing they tried something, wanting to try something, but never ever actually peeking over the curtain to see what's on the other side. And, I mean, fear, it's hard. Like, fear is a big thing that holds majority of people in this country, in this world back. So being able to figure out what you want out of this life, first off, figuring out your purpose, why you want to do such thing, what are you interested in, how does it make you feel, why is this important? And I think that's one of the biggest things before you can even, fully commit into going all in something. So let's say, for instance, for business, I know a lot of you guys that are on the side of YouTube want to start a business, want to quit their 9 to 5, want to get out of college. A lot of you simply don't go in. You guys consume the information, but you can watch all the motivation videos you want. I went down that rabbit hole years ago, and I realized, although a lot of this motivation, like, videos were like music to my ears. Like, I used to low-key like sleep, go to sleep and have it playing in my ear just because I wanted it embedded in my ear. But once I realized, it's like, you can listen to all the David Goggins, Steve Harvey, Denzel Washington motivation speech all you want, Joe Rogan, Andy Frizzell, whatever, but nothing happens. Your life doesn't change. The needle doesn't move until you execute and actually take action. And I started to realize that as I grew more and more to this journey of an entrepreneur, that, a lot of shit can just be a facade. The shit you hear, the noise you hear. Sometimes you got to be able to block all that out and be able to focus strictly on what you need to focus on. And I bounced from business model to business model. I've tried SMMA, I've tried FBA, I've tried dropshipping, I've made money doing all that, I've tried high ticket sales, but every time I kept finding myself coming back to where I am doing now, which is content creation, content amplifier, making, TikToks for brands, blowing them up. And why did I kept finding myself back here? Because creating content allows me to be free. It allows me to feel creative, do it when I want, how I want, where I want. And I think that's most important. Like I mentioned, I had shiny object syndrome in the beginning. I jumped from business model to business model, and I made money. But think about if I actually committed and stayed through with dropshipping 7 years that I've been in this journey. I'd probably be a millionaire, but probably coulda, shoulda, woulda. Hey, my time's gonna come. But think about it, like, if you fully committed yourself all the way into something and you didn't even want the results in the beginning, because a lot of people want the results, you gotta be able to have the like gratification when it comes to all this shit. And I've realized that, like, yeah, I mean, you always want it instantly, but sometimes some things are worth waiting for and worth figuring out. The beauty of this whole entire journey is, bro, I failed so much and I loved it. Like, I had 22 failed Shopify dropshipping stores before I had my first profitable one. And I didn't start making money until like 5 years after that. So it's like being able to tell yourself, like, look, whatever happens, it's a blessing, it's a lesson. And you have to be able to see through all that. You can't want it right then and there. So many people just get into this game and solely focus on wanting to make money, but it's just like, where's the purpose behind it? What if you lose all the money? Then what? Who are you before that? Who are you after the money? You know what I mean? So I recommend, if you're young, bro, like, find something that works, find something that interests you, and then consider, like, okay, what's your purpose? What do you want to do with this? What's your goal? And go all in. Like, do not expect anything to happen. I promise you, the minute you don't think about the money, you don't think about the success, now come the minute things start clicking. And that's just like me going off my intuition, because that's how I move in life. I'm in a non-thought process when I move on a day-to-day, simply because when I'm not thinking, I'm just zoned and focused in and dial, things just come to me. Like the money, it's all abundant. That it just attracts naturally to you. But when you're constantly thinking money, 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 I want a Shopify still, like I want this, I want that, it won't come. I'll give you a good example of a non like thought like being in a non-thinking state, like a mental state. Like when I say mental state, it's like, okay, you get up every single day and you go through your routine, right? But you don't think about it. It's just something that naturally comes to you. So like when you don't think about it, when you let it flow in its natural state, then it comes. But when you think more on it, you start to get anxiety, you start to worry about other things. What if this, what if that? When instead you just need to let it flow. So I'll give you an example. Like I mentioned, I had 22 failed drop shipping stores before I had started when I got in this game. And back in COVID 2020, I came across TikTok, and this was like very early on before people knew that you could actually, market your product on TikTok. One night I posted my product. It was a burning laser, badass laser. You could point the laser pointer at like a match and it'd set it on fire. Woke up the next morning, my life changed. Why? Because after all them years, I would solely remove myself from the outcome of, okay, when would I blow up? When would I start making money? That one night I did 120 grand in one night, and ever since then my life changed. And I look back, I think like, yo, when I finally realized that like I need to focus and feel and go through this process, lose money, fail, 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 in order for that one night to click, I was willing to do that. And yeah, that life, like everybody look at that as like overnight success, but bro, it took me 4 or 5 years to get there. And then 3 years after that, where I am today, I realized since I could blow my own brands up, I can do it for brands itself. So I started charging brands 5 or 10K a month. From there, I made more money, like a shit ton of money, more money I've ever made in my life. I worked 22 9 to 5s before I was 18. So after that, I was making multi six figures, like money I've never seen in my life. And that was all from finally removing myself from wanting the money, and shit just started clicking. So if you're young and you're old, whatever it may be, this is just your sign. Commit to something and just stick through it, bro. Like if that's any advice I can give to anyone who's starting out, commit to it, and I promise you, it will pay off. It will pay off. But don't mean to be a motivational speaker. It's 1 a.m. Got a big trip tomorrow, ski trip, and yeah, I'm gonna be posting a ski trip. I'm not gonna miss a day. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I try to keep it real as much as possible, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.